worth falling for. Oh, and with open arms I'll carry yours.
So it's Friday. What is the date today? September 23rd. And I'm getting ready to go into Goodwill before I go to work. I usually go on Fridays. I'm going to my brother's this weekend to just hang out with him. He's going through some things, and we're just going to hang out, have some cocktails, and talk, and just, spend some time. And but right now I'm going into Goodwill because, I usually go on Fridays, and I want to see if they have anything new before I go to my brother's. I don't know if I'm going to do any auctions this weekend, but I'll see when I get there what the mood is and how, just figure it out as I go. So I'm going to get going and see what I can find and flip for some profit. Thanks. So I'm going towards the hard goods first to see if I can find anything. And I see something right here on the cart, which is pretty fantastic, and I am taking it.
It's all about learning from one's mistakes, putting the past behind them, and getting the right training to succeed. If you are anyone you know is involved in the business,
Sorry, is it okay I took that?
We usually prefer that you wait.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
On the floor.
I'm sorry.
visit www.goodwill.ni.org
Hi.
for more information.
Oh, good. I saw this on the cart, and I think it's the Bound to a Fairyland, but I'm not positive. I think I'll take it just in case I find the top. And look at this. Nice, cool art glass. Oh, take that as well.
With small class sizes and individualized attention, our supported employment program helps adults with significant disabilities
This is
develop
neat.
skills to continue to employment.
Heavy, heavier.
Helps adults involved in the justice system put their past behind them by gaining skills needed to succeed in life. For more information, visit our website at www.goodwill.ni.org. ¿Sabía usted sobre nuestros programas de emisión de Goodwill? Nuestro programa Express ayuda a la gente a obtener su GED, hacer clases con pocos alumnos y atención individual. Nuestro programa de empleo asistido ayuda a adultos con discapacidades significativas para obtener habilidades valiosas para encontrar empleo significativo. Nuestro programa Life Launch ayuda a adultos jóvenes que se han visto involucrados con el sistema jurídico a dejar atrás el pasado por medio del aprendizaje de nuevas habilidades para sobresalir en la vida. Para más información, visita nuestro sitio web www.goodwillni.org.
I switched over to a voiceover because I could hear Whitney Houston starting in the background, and I didn't want to get a YouTube strike for that. But these were great. These were a great find. I was so excited. They at least 3 or 4 of them had the sticker on the bottom that said glass Baron made with Swarovski. I can never say the name right. Swarovski crystals. That is the feeder. It's a bird feeder, and this one here was called Rose Vine. It was my favorite, actually. And all of these I entered into a Whatnot auction a week later, and they all sold. There happened to be a girl in my Whatnot auction that collects them, and she bought them all. She once she had me run one of them, we just kept going. That one was called Sweet Nectar, and then this was Butterfly on a Sphere. And they were just great. I had never had them before, and it was just a great find. This day at Goodwill was just great. I hardly ever find this amount of things, in one trip. But it was pretty fantastic. And they did really well. This one here is cute. It's called, I said I love dogs, and it was called Pup in a Cup. So that was fantastic. And so then I just keep looking around. I try to remember, and each of those were 89 cents. That's all I paid for them, 89 cents each. And they all sold very well. This here is a Galileo thermometer. Whenever I find these, and I have found them like 4 or 5 times, I just get them for my husband because he collects them. He likes them a lot, and he's starting a glass collection. So whenever I find them, I get them for him. I was trying to see if the little sheep had anything written on the bottom of it, but it did not. And then I noticed the rest of its family on the bottom, so I put him with the rest of them. So if somebody, found them, they would want them all and keep them together. But, I mean, it's not like they're real, so I guess if they get separated, it's not that big of a deal. Anyway, I'm going to, this weekend that I was taking this video, I'm going to my brother's just to hang out with him and his husband. He was going through a tough time this week, and I just wanted to go and support him. And, I go to his house at least every other week. He lives in Sugar Grove. I go there to do whatnot auctions or just to hang out with them. Or sometimes we go to Aurora, the surrounding towns of where he lives, and go to Goodwills. These were Kewpies. They were porcelain, and they were so cute, and I've never found them at this Goodwill before. I don't know that I've even found them before. I watch Misty's Thrifter Junker Vintage Hunter. I watch her videos all the time, and she finds those everywhere where she lives. This paperweight was fantastic. It was one of my favorite things I've ever found. It's got my favorite color, cobalt, in it, cobalt blue, and I just kept staring at it and picking it up and putting it in. It was just great. I intended to put it in my auction and, or on eBay or wherever, but my husband saw it and wanted it for his collection. So, look, I did it again. I picked it back up because I just couldn't stop looking at it. But, yeah, so he wanted it and really badly, and I'd like to give him some things that he likes that I find, because he's getting more and more interested in being part of what I'm doing. He does help me, like with packing and finding stuff, or he takes my packages to the post office for me. But I want him to get interested in doing the whole thing with me, because he knows it's fun. He can see how much fun I have, and he kind of wants to be part of what I'm doing here. I thought I saw some kind of vase in there, but it actually was the top of a vacuum cleaner. So anyway, he sees I'm having fun and making extra money, and we're really trying to get a house, and we're trying to save up for a down payment, and that is my sole goal in this next month or so, is to save money for that. So that is my whole purpose of what I'm doing on these auctions and eBay and everything, is to save a down payment for a home. I did take this vase. It's a swung vase with the elephant foot, they call it. And I see these a lot, but mostly I only ever see them in white. And I liked the green, so I just took it. Anyway, we were going... Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I also found this genuine crystal candlestick, but it had an iridescence on the bottom, which I thought was really cool, and then the gold trim, so I did take it. And you can't hear me, obviously, but I was so excited that I just kept finding things that it was a crazy morning. And anyway, my brother, he was going to have to move back to Tennessee, where he had been before. He came back here last year, and he at first had moved to River Grove over by Chicago, and it was so far away. And then he moved closer to Sugar Grove about 6 months ago, and so we've been able to hang out, and He's been helping me with my auctions and looking for stuff, and we've been having so much fun this summer. He helped me do flea market booths everywhere. We had a blast, and I have been so excited that he's here. With me and my siblings, we all now, most of us live within 40 minutes of each other, as well as my dad. And it's the first time that in a long time that we have all been in the same vicinity. I do have a younger brother, David, that lives in Portland, Oregon, or Beavertown, Oregon. He's one of those towns, and he's been there a long time. But my 3 siblings here and my dad, we all live within 40 minutes of each other, and we have a lot of cousins here too. And where I live is in Sycamore, Illinois. And anyway, it's been so long since we all have been around each other like this that we could hang out with each other. We could run over and go have lunch, or, make dinner, or do holidays, all that stuff that, we haven't got to do in a long time, because it's always a matter of who's going to fly in or come, Oh, look, I found the matchy match to the candlestick. So that was even better. So, we were really sad that he was going to have to leave again. I almost felt in despair, because I had so much fun with him this summer, and, and I had made all these plans of what we were going to do in the future and stuff like that, and then that was all going to be gone. And turns out that he got an offer for a job here in his field, so he's going to get to stay, and it's so exciting, and I'm so happy, and I'm just so relieved that he will be here and be able to be part of our lives. Most of us, we stay in this area. My dad lives here. He lives in Crystal Lake with his girlfriend, and I just don't want to leave him. I don't want to leave the general area where he is. My dad's older, and I want to be able to be with him and see him whenever I can. And that pretty much goes for the rest of us. And that was the thing, one of the reasons my brother was sad too, was because he had finally was here by my dad. And he'd be able to, go to lunch and do stuff with him, whenever he wanted. He didn't have to fly in to do it. So that was great. And now things are moving along, and he's going to start his new job soon, and we're going to keep going with what we're doing. We have a flea market booth in DeKalb, Illinois this weekend. There's a street flea market that's the end of the year thing going on downtown, so we got a booth there, and that's going to be fun. And there's going to be a lot of people in town, because there's the homecoming for every school, in the area is this weekend. Plus the shop hop that takes place from Wisconsin down through Illinois, where people, hop from antique store to thrift store all the way down the state. And so this flea market is taking place on that weekend, where all these people will be coming through. So it's going to be great. The last time we did this flea market, we had a blast. It was a nice day. It was hot, but this time it's going to be cold. So we're going to have to, bundle up to that, because we got to be there really early. Anyway, so let's get back to the video. I just was telling you about all that. So I liked this picture, because I thought for a second it went with this set that I've seen on this website, garage sale. But I didn't see the glasses that go with it. So I was looking at this salt and pepper set, because it was weird. It was weird looking. I don't even know what they were, but it looked like peanuts or nuts or something and they felt like resin too. So I just put it back. This here is candle wick. It's a divided dish, and I never even seen candle wick before. I watched a video of Crazy Lamp Lady's a Goodwill trip she did, where she had picked up a whole bunch of candle wick, and that was the first time I'd even ever heard of it. So that was cool. It's cool to see it, but if there had been more pieces to it, I might have considered it. But because when she found it, there was like a whole collection. that she found in Goodwill, which was pretty cool. So, and I just got to learn more about candlewick. I liked these glasses. I thought they looked a lot like Glassy Baby, but they are not. And I tend to, when I tend to move things on the shelves when I see glasses or things that are supposed to go together, but somebody has moved and now they're separate, and I don't know. It's a OCD thing, I guess. But I haven't really picked up any glasses in a long time because they're very difficult. You gotta store them, and shipping them they're so fragile and they're so difficult. I'll do it if I think they are really worth it. If I come across Murano glasses or Waterford or something like that, I will do it. But or if they're real colorful, because I just love colorful glass, so I will do it for those occasions. But they didn't have a lot of glass. I mean, they have a lot of glass. You can see that, but they didn't have anything that I was drawn to. But I always check this area. I always go over it and over it. Just so, I don't want to miss anything unique that I could pay. I thought that might be Blanco, but it was not. I don't want to miss anything unique, so I make sure to check everywhere on here. And I was also looking for the top of that fairy lamp. I did not find it, though. So, which made me sad, but I can still sell the bottom of it. I've found the bottoms of fairy lamps before and sold them just fine. But I was thinking of holding on to it and waiting and seeing if I could ever find a top, because I saw Alex and her husband on Chapter 2 Vintage. They do that. They collect when they find bottoms of fairy lamps, and then they wait until they find tops, and then they sell them like that. And that hadn't occurred to me until I saw one of their videos where they were talking about that, and that was a pretty cool idea to me. So I think I might do that. I might just hold on to it until I come across a top that somebody, their bottom broke, and they donated the top of it. I did take this ghost mug. I was going to put it in my Whatnot auction, but it never made it there because my brother wanted it. So that's where it went, to my brother. So I'm going to just keep looking around and going back through for a little bit. So let's just keep going. Yeah. Obviously somebody peeled back the sticker to see if it's right, but it didn't. Stays. Rally. These cups come in handy. They are really easy. They make it really easy to feel museum. See stuff that you can't see because you're too short to see anything. Alright, let's keep going. Let's go back through, see what we missed. Right now, I'm excited for all that I have found so far. I'm excited. Hi. The music's starting again. So this angel, it was just, I thought it was pretty, and it had a good weight to it, and it looked like really clear glass. Turns out when I got home and was looking at it again, there was a stamp on the bottom. It was Waterford, and I was so excited when I saw that because I don't hardly ever come across Waterford. This is why I like coming in the morning first thing, because all the good stuff, they put out all the stuff and nobody has been here, and I get a chance that I don't get when I come later in the day. So alright, let's go. Yeah, so I had my brother pick up my Captain and Coke because I lost my ID. Oh my god. Look at that. It's $1.20. I have never, my first time The Kimchi Childs. Look at that. Says it right there. Oh my gosh. I'm having such a good day. This is fantastic. So, I'm gonna head over to check out the Halloween because I'm coming towards the end of the video because I got to get to work. I've allotted an hour's time on Friday mornings to go to Goodwill, and my boss knows that. But I always check out the Halloween stuff at the end. I don't sell a lot of holiday stuff. I usually, I'll wait till closer to the time of either Halloween or whatever holiday it is. But a lot of the stuff I find in Goodwill is like cheapy stuff, and I don't know that people will pay for that, unless you come across vintage stuff. And it's hard to come across vintage decorations in a Goodwill store. You want to go to like antique booths, booth stores, booth malls, antique malls and stuff like that, and you'll find the vintage stuff. I have been thinking about getting into ephemera because that seems to do really well on Whatnot and on YouTube. But I don't know a lot about ephemera, but I think it's pretty cool when I watch like Misty and other resellers, YouTube sellers, when they do the ephemera, but they know their stuff. They know what they're talking about, and I do not. I need to learn it, and I need to learn what to be looking for. I obviously know that they're looking at dates and making sure it's something really old and vintage and cool and, has an interesting story to it. I just never am sure of it. I'm not sure what interest people have in old pictures of people. I can see old pictures of like buildings or landscapes and stuff, but I don't really know what people do with pictures of old people from a long time ago. But obviously there's a want for it. So I'm going to try to start learning about it so that I can start to learn how to spot it. Because I want to branch out from just glass. I do a lot of glass and ceramics, but I don't want to be stuck in one niche. So I want to learn other niches so that I can do auctions on other things. But I'm going to get ready to go here. I got to still go through the checkout, which always takes like 10 minutes or so. And I got to get ready to go to work. So I hope you like my video, and I hope you'll like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you'll check out some of my other videos and start to follow me and maybe, get word out about me. Because I'm trying really hard to make a name for myself. I want to thank you for coming. I really appreciate you and everybody that does watch and will future watch. So have a good day, and I hope to see you next time, guys. Bye-bye.
Hearts worth falling for. Oh, and with open arms I'll carry yours.